Change of plans. We're not going into Sen's Fortress today. I had an idea because you seem to be pretty cool with using shields, right? You're enjoying shields a bit.
I use them too much, but but yeah, I mean, I use the shields a lot too much, but I'll talk about that in a minute. I saw another video essay that I'll reference later, but yeah, shields.
There's a boss that we can access now that if you beat the boss, we'll get the boss soul and we'll be able to make either a weapon or a shield from this boss. And I've always made the weapon because, like, I'll use shields, but I'm kind of like, with them. So I've always just made the weapon. Also, I always have terrible builds, so I can make the weapon and actually use it. With the build she's going for, the weapon's going to be kind of pointless, but the shield is going to be pretty good from what I've heard.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're going to do it. So, or at least we're going to try. I don't know.
We will be back in just a moment. We're back in Darkroot Garden. So, we're going to go into that area where I used to farm for a bunch of souls earlier.
Yeah.
Only this time we're not going there just to farm for souls, so have fun.
Oh boy. Alright, well.
Right through there.
Cool. Here I go. I don't expect this to go well, but...
Maybe not the first time. Oh, you might want to swap to your crest shield real quick for that guy, because he uses magic. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Well...
So you said you had, like, heard something about shields recently.
Me, like, hiding behind my shield. Ooh.
So... coy? Is that the word?
What?
Is coy the word?
Being a little coy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I forget, I think it was an H Bomber Guy video, which I've never watched one of his videos, but I've seen people reference him before. But he did a video on Bloodborne.
Ooh.
And talked about a lot of the Souls games in general, and talked about how Bloodborne made a lot of really smart choices that made the Souls games... It forced you to get better at the games so that the rest of the games became better to play. And one of the things that he said that he really liked about Bloodborne is that there's no shields at all. And so it forces you to actually play the game and not just hide behind a shield constantly. And I was thinking about that, and that's why I was trying to use my shield a little bit less. I think I should actually get better at playing the game and not just hiding behind the shield. Go figure, we're gonna go find a shield today.
A great shield.
Yes, but still, I think in general that would probably be wise to try to get better at the game beyond just waiting for the exact right moment all the time. Like, get a little bit bolder with it, and it'll probably be, I mean, that's kind of my thought, so.
I kind of have mixed opinions on that. Like, on the one hand, I agree that it's better to get better at the game. But on the other hand, it's like playing with a shield is like some people's preferred style.
Yeah, sure.
And I feel like it's a game where you get to pick how you want to play it. And if you want to play it with a shield, there's like nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but in general, it's his opinion that if you're playing it without it, you're probably going to have a better time.
See, that's
actually being better at the game.
That's where I kind of disagree. Is
no,
like,
I
you're going to
understand.
have a better time. Hey, nice. It's the better time thing that I disagree with.
Well,
because
sure.
Like, I agree about like playing without a shield. You're probably going to get better at playing the game just in general. But I don't think it's going to affect your enjoyment of the game. And
it kind of depends. Like, newer players, like I'll find myself hiding behind the shield too much, and then worrying about taking hits at the right time as opposed to just playing it intuitively. And that's what he's talking about. Not that you're not allowed to use shields.
Because I've heard some people like talking about shields and like, oh, if you use shields, you're not playing the game right, kind of thing. It's like, well, no.
He's not saying that nobody's allowed to use shields. He's just saying don't rely on the shields too much.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna let me heal, is he?
You probably have to run away from him for that.
There we go. Okay. Oh, come on.
He's kind of tough, but I believe he does not respawn.
Really?
Yeah, so it's, that guy doesn't respawn. And then one of the guys that we used for the farming earlier doesn't respawn.
Okay,
That being
hang on a
said, if
minute.
you do want to, like, use your shield less, we can have
Well, it's just like, in general, I want to get better at the game. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I don't want to use shields. So,
He fat rolls.
trying to knock out the one first, but...
What he's doing actually might be a pretty decent way for you to try that out. Kind of like rotating every now and then, like maybe not against him right now, but rotating every now and then to two-handing your weapon.
Yeah. Oh,
So you still have your shield ready
Whoa.
for when you feel like
I'm
you
shocked.
need it.
I'm not dead. Hang on. But yeah, I was thinking about that.
Because that'll boost your damage output a lot too, two-handing.
Get rid of... Nope. That's irritating.
That
I
tree.
don't love it. Okay, good grief.
You're still alive.
Nope. Oh, it worked out.
It's alright. Hey.
Oh, thrilling. I... Ugh. That's okay.
You
Okay.
got this.
Yeah, or not. It's fine.
You can still backstab him even though he's got the shield
If
on
I
his
get
back.
there, yeah. That's not what I wanted, but it's fine.
Oh, he let that happen. That was good. He fat rolls. He's got that big sword. Nice.
He's got like a transparency effect on him.
Yeah, hey, his head did that weird wonky thing too. There's a ring you can get that does that. I believe it's the fog ring.
Oh yeah?
Nice. And I believe he will not respawn, but you should probably go back
I'm
to
gonna
the
go back
bonfire.
here. Are you gonna drop anything cool? No.
No.
3,000
3,000 souls.
That's pretty okay. Now, with all that running around, I've gotten a bit turned around. Let me look for a moment. I think this is probably, yes, so this way.
Do you want me to kind of like point you
I mean, if you feel like it.
in the
but
way?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm kind of just,
Or you could
I
keep
can't
wandering.
do anything now anyways.
You could keep wandering too.
Why don't you kind of generally point me in the right direction?
Alright, the left edge, if you just go around the left
Oh,
edge,
yeah, I was
that will
going to the
lead
right.
you basically, like you can get there from the right too, but
We'll just
the
go to
left edge always feels to me like a bit easier.
I don't know why it didn't give me backstab there. Maybe it wasn't close enough.
Maybe.
Oh, good.
Oh, that guy. He can backstab.
Good. Good. I don't think this is gonna go well.
It's okay.
Oh, there's another one there
We'll
anyways.
cut that.
That's great. That's fine. I expect this to happen. Oh, I saw a guy, a picture of a guy who dressed up as Solaire for a Renaissance fair.
Nice.
And he took pictures of himself with other people, and there was a guy dressed up fully as Onion Knight.
Yo.
It looked really great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was on the Renaissance Fair subreddit, I believe. I don't know if we'll link to it or not, but maybe we'll link to it.
One down.
Alright. And yes, just to get my bearings.
Yep. It's always good to do. Yeah, the thief character in here also has that fog ring that
Yeah, I
one
saw
night
that.
did. There's two ways actually to get that ring. I got it by trading some stuff with the crow, Snuggly.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can also get it by joining this covenant and doing the online stuff. I just didn't ever do the online stuff for this one.
Right, yeah.
I always joined the covenant and then never participated except one time. Because I was playing online with Kenny and he wanted to do like a PvP match.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we could
Oh,
probably
it's got my
like
spider
work it out
shield.
this way. Yeah, it's one of the shields you can actually start out with if you're that class.
Oh,
I
cool.
forgot what that class is
Like a
called?
barbarian type class.
Ooh! He hits hard. Brigand? I think Brigand?
Yeah, I see him off in the distance there too.
You could run just... Oh, he's trying to, like, lure you over there,
Yes,
I think.
he is.
But yeah, so... I went and, like, put on the ring that you get for the Cat Covenant. And then he went to the...
Have a kicking competition. Yes! That's what I wanted!
Nice.
Yes!
Goodbye, sir.
Hell yeah.
You just made things easy. So you don't have to deal with them. You can just go into that building.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do, actually.
You can see her butt there. Her
What?
Cat butt sticking out the window.
Oh!
As the cat
I thought
butt.
you said you could see mine. I'm like,
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry.
Look at a cat butt!
Cat butt sticking out the window. I always join this covenant, despite the fact that I don't do PvP.
Hello.
The thing is, her dialogue is tricky, because she talks weird.
Hello.
Cat. She's like the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, that's literally what it's referencing, I guess. Do I want to do that?
We could just
Can
draw
you
the
swap
Cheshire
between
Cat.
them, I assume?
Can you what?
Can you go back to covenants if you want to?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We might have to go to Oswald to get pardoned, because I found out on my last playthrough that apparently in Dark Souls 1 when you switch covenants, apparently it counts as a sin.
Really?
So it's like, okay.
Well,
But I mean,
that's fine. That's
there's no other repercussions,
Okay.
because we're not doing anything online, and most of these covenants are for online
Is it
stuff.
not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Okay, so I think you say yes.
That wasn't even a question.
I know. That's why, like, I actually, like, when I first met her, I was so confused by what she had said that I had to look it up, and I am 99% sure it's yes.
But she's also telling you not to look for...
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Yes.
Okay.
I am very
I love the
glad.
yowling.
And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
I assume that's her actual speech,
I
and
think
you're
so.
hearing a translation.
I'm not actually sure. I always, like, just considered it her accent.
And here taketh this ring.
Wow.
Cat Covenant ring.
If
So that's...
thou wearest that
What
ring,
should I tell you?
it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so? But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own family. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
So she's not kidding. Don't attack.
Don't attack any of them or you're in trouble.
There's actually a character you can talk to if you go back out the way that you came and then go to the left. There's now a new character there.
Oh.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
2 new characters, actually.
Cool. Let's see. Wait. Very.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules, you hear? Fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance, for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
So he'll eventually move to Blighttown and be a merchant there.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a mean thing they do with Shiva and his friend behind him. His friend, if you kill him, drops a ring. That's a really fun ring.
Oh?
But, like, you have to kill him for it.
Yeah, that's
So
too
I
bad.
don't want it.
And of course you have to join it in order to even see this person in the first
Uh-huh.
place. Alright then.
But it lets you flip, like do flips.
Oh,
when
sick!
you're below, like when you're below 25% equipment load, it lets you do flips, and it's like,
Rad.
Is
it through here?
Yep, through here, and then I'll kind of like put. It's again if you stick kind of to the left, you'll get there by sticking kind of to the left edges. Look at all these ruins.
I see movement over there.
You do. Some of the funniest enemies.
Are those mushrooms?
They are.
Delightful.
Don't fuss with the big ones, probably. They punch you to death.
Nice.
They hit
I like punching.
really, really hard, and they punch you. The little ones will not attack you, but the big ones here. So you see that light? That's it.
Yeah.
The little
Yeah,
ones.
that's what's calling me, so I'll go to it.
Go to the light.
Go into the light.
The little ones. It sucks because they actually drop gold pine resin sometimes.
Oh, wow, cool.
So it's like you kind of want to farm them. Watch out for the edge.
Yeah.
You kind of want to farm them, but then at the same time it's like, but they don't hurt you and they're cute.
Yeah.
They also make a noise kind of like a loon.
Neat.
It's like weird. So yeah, they won't hurt you, the little ones.
Oh, look
at
at
them
'em!
waddle. Look at them just waddle
Look
along.
at 'em!
Just don't tangle with the big ones over there.
Oh, they're so cute. They're running away from me.
Yeah, they're just like traveling around.
Alright, well.
Sometimes they get stuck on the trees and will just walk there.
Nice.
Inconspicuous bridge. And an inconspicuous door.
Here I go.
Oh, we can get the second of the animal rings too. There's 4 animal rings,
looks
and like
cool.
I always like to collect all 4 because I like animals and I like collecting and having sets. Open sesame. Hirake goma.
It doesn't look familiar yet, but
Once the cutscene starts,
I'm
you'll
sure-
probably know because I am.
those are swords.
I am 90% certain I sent you like a picture of this boss when I found it when I was first playing it.
That is a sword. Graves and swords.
Yep.
Oh boy.
You might want to heal.
Oh. Yeah.
I just realized you didn't have any, or didn't have full health.
The flowers are kind of cool.
I don't see
Interesting.
those pitcher plants. That's unfortunate. Second of the animal rings. So now you have the
sick.
wolf and the hornet. There's 2 more.
Okay, that's what I expected. Don't touch it! Oh, the dog!
Yeah, now you remember.
Yeah, I know this one. I forget the dog's name.
Sif.
Sif, yes.
Sif is one of my favorite characters.
Dog gonna getcha. Have you seen the husky, like, videos of a husky with a sword? Just going, not a husky, it's an Australian shepherd, just going nuts.
Yeah, I have. I was like, I remember a dog with a
What was I doing?
dying.
Yep. I pressed the wrong button, I meant to dodge. Alright,
That's
there's gonna be a
okay,
lot
though.
of that!
We'll be back. Here we go again. Try 2. At least the run back is actually pretty easy because we're in the Cat Covenant.
Yeah. Jeez, already aggroed at me.
Yep, she is ready.
Immediately, like, I didn't even get in through the door.
She's like, you got too close to the grave.
Once again, like, I don't know what to do. I was holding the button.
I'll let you try her another time or so, and then I'll give you like
Yeah, sure.
some sort of tip if you want it. Like if you haven't
That
figured
sounds
it
fine.
out.
Yeah, that surprised me. I expected it to have more time. But
No,
okay.
once you've aggroed her, she's just like, no. She will not let you get anywhere near that grave.
Or my runes, but not runes.
Yeah.
Souls. Whatever. I only lost, what, 6,000, 9,000 of them, but you
9,000. Ah, we'll get them back.
know. It's okay.
We'll definitely get them back.
I'm just a little annoyed about it.
You do decent damage against her. Yeah, you do pretty good damage.
Ugh.
I think you have found my tip.
Yeah, I thought about it when I was running and I figured it out. You just gotta be underneath that sword. And I figured I'd probably be good for it there.
I think she's
I'm-
stuck. I think she's, oh,
Sif,
she
what
doesn't
you
have toe
doing?
beans.
Sif, what you doing?
There we go.
See if I can dodge in closer. Oops. I don't love this though because like what's even going on with the camera right now?
Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing about like the big creature bosses. As a general rule, like the big creature bosses, if you go towards them,
Ugh. Okay.
If you go
I need to
towards-
watch out for that second swing.
yeah, if you go towards them and under them, you have like the advantage, but the camera is like, oh my
Bonkers.
god.
Oof.
You're still alive though.
Yeah, well, not for long. 'Cause that second. Oh,
There you go.
I'm shocked. That second. There it is.
Oh, almost. She had a third. She had a third. Not bad. Almost to
All right.
halfway. We'll be back.
Almost.
Look at her skulking in the background.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She
That's
does
fine.
that
You
to
can
me
sit there
sometimes too, but like,
while I do that. That's fine with me.
it's a nice rest.
What?
Stalemate though. A nice rest, but it's not a
Yeah,
stalemate
it gives
anymore.
me a second to heal. That's cool. All right. Well.
The nice thing is when she knocks you over on that, the second one misses. Sif is kind of neat because there's actually an alternate cutscene
Ugh.
for her.
It's just such a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
Alternate cutscene, cool.
Yeah. I'm just kind of talking, so you don't have to
Yeah,
pay
no,
much
that's fine.
attention to me. There's an alternate cutscene for her if you do the DLC and finish it before fighting her. There's an alternate cutscene.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you after you beat her. I'll show you.
Uh-oh.
Nice. It's a kind of sadder cutscene, but
For whatever it is, I assume she's guarding.
she is guarding a grave.
Yeah.
It's a sort of Hachiko situation, which might be a small part of why I immediately liked these two characters. Because, like, growing up, I loved that story.
Yeah. Oh, good grief. I'm getting into it. It's just gonna be a matter of doing it and...
Take 4! Is it 4?
I don't know. Probably?
I think.
4 or 5.
I think 4. I'll count it later. The big wolf.
Oh, still got me.
Ah, but you survived. It is that double one, and that'll get you even if you, like, dodge. Like,
Can
if
you
you're
use
dodging.
2? Did I just use 2 in quick succession? I sure did.
Oh, you didn't
I
know
didn't
you
think
could
I
do
could
that?
I didn't know I could do that.
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
No idea.
Yeah, you can just chug them.
Please go backwards.
You can chug them like that.
That's cool.
I'm sorry,
No,
I thought you
it's
knew
fine.
that.
No, I had no idea. There hasn't been many situations where that was like essential, so I think it's okay. I found Crypt the Necrodancer, right?
Yeah.
I found a detail that I had no idea was a thing. There's a
Still good, still
a
good.
boss that's like the second to last boss in the main character, the first character's story. Where traditionally you can't attack him. He's got heavy armor on. And so you have to basically make him do damage to himself by getting him to run into bells.
Oh.
And then a gong and it knocks his helmet off, which controls him, kind of a thing. I learned
Nice.
yesterday, I was playing and I was doing you can get different items that do different things. And that time I just happened to randomly get appropriate items to do like a bunch of damage. And I had something like 8, 9, 10 damage, something like that. And apparently if your damage is high enough, you can just straight up attack him and he dies in 2 hits.
Oh, dang.
And I had no idea because I've never done it before. I always just assumed that there's no chance of doing any damage to him. So here's a game I've got a ridiculous number of hours in, like over 900 I think at this point. And I keep learning new things about this game.
I love that when
Which is
games
pretty
are like
cool.
that.
And a game like that, it doesn't tell you anything. You learn enemy patterns as you go along. And a lot of it, you kind of just, you can't, I watched a video recently, it was talking about mental load and how many things, like people can only, I forget what the rule is, it's like a rule of, I think it's rule of 7 plus and minus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can only remember, I'm just mashing the heal button. That's
You're right.
good for me.
You're right.
But you can only actually physically
You're good, you're good.
remember
You should
so
probably
many
walk on.
things. And so that goes for things like video games or like Crypt the Necrodancer. There's enemies all around you.
Oh, you got pretty good, though.
Yeah. And so there's enemies that they all have different patterns, and a lot of it you have to move on the beat. And you can't sit there and think about it too much. It has to become instinct to a degree.
Okay.
And once you really start getting the flow of the game without having to think about it too much, that's when you start to get good at it. And I'm not good at the game yet. There's a character where you literally can only make 2 mistakes and you die. As in, like, she has to move on the beat or she dies.
Is there any way to reset it?
Nope.
Oh.
If I had used pine resin on that last one, maybe I would have been good.
I think maybe next time, if you die this
Yeah.
time, we'll put a resin on your bar.
Oh,
Okay.
dang!
We'll be back and we'll have a resin on her bar. And we are in an area where if we need
we
more,
go.
we can get more.
You know, that's perfect.
If we want to slaughter baby mushrooms. It doesn't actually do it. Well,
Oh.
like 30 more.
Oh.
It does 30 more, so I
Alright,
think.
alright. Focusing it. Oh my god!
Oops.
I'm getting worse! And my pine resin is gone, but
That's
I don't
alright.
care.
You're still good.
If I get a moment where I'm safe to do so, then I might do it again, but
I wouldn't worry about it. The damage difference is like
so
not enough to
small.
worry about
It's
it.
just I figure since I've been getting close to killing her, like that might be the bonus I need.
Mhm.
Is kind of the thing, but like I'm not worrying about it so much. If I get to it, I'll do it, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's that flip one where when Artorias does it, he flings you into the air.
yeah. 2 in a
You go
row, look at that.
Flying.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're still good. And she did her intimidating but
Great.
ultimately useless attack. If you can get another couple hits on her, you're okay. And you'll see why.
Intimidating but useless, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Alright, you're good. You're good. She can't hurt you anymore.
Really? Oh, she's slipping!
She can no longer swing that sword. She'll keep your shield up, but she can no longer.
No!
That's why
I feel bad about it, though.
That's why I hate. That's why I can never decide when to fight
She
her.
gave me a bone.
Yeah.
Give a dog a bone! That
Uh,
was me feeling just a little bit
yeah.
insane.
Relieved a bit.
Just a little bit insane after all that.
Yeah, that's why I can never
I need a nap!
That's why I can never decide when to fight her, because if I fight her with enough damage that I won't...
Then you don't see Sad Dog.
Yeah, but then I feel like I'm just smacking her around. But then if I fight her when it's actually giving her a good chance, it's like...
Yeah.
Then I see her limping, and she's got moves where she'll try to do a swing or something, and she'll actually fall over on her side.
Yeah.
And, like, squirm around there, and it's like...
Where was she supposed to be?
I don't know. I wonder. I also wonder, why is she so big? Why was that sword so big? Artorias is not that big.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's bigger than us, but he's not that big. Anyway.
I guess that's everything in here. It didn't let me look at the grave. There's writing on it, but I guess I can't read it.
So the point of coming here is to get a ring that she had, because she is not an optional fight. Ever.
Oh, this is the one she just gave me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go to Hornet Ring first. Hornet Ring. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade. Syrian?
I think it's Kieran, but I don't
Kieran?
know. I think it's Kieran.
It sounds like it's probably Irish or something, and I just don't know how to pronounce it. By boosting critical attacks, its wearer can annihilate foes, as Kieran's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies.
Boost stuff like backstabs and parry damage.
That's sick.
Ring granted to those bound by the Forest Hunter Covenant. Answer Alvina's summoning. The white cat Alvina speaks a human tongue and has lived since the early age of fire. Alvina was a trusted friend of Knight Artorias and the Great Grey Wolf Sif, or Great Wolf Sif.
She just didn't want you to go after Sif in the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Covenant of Artorias. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the abyss. Its wearer, like Artorias himself, can traverse the abyss. Oh, man.
So yeah, this ring is why you need to fight Sif, and it is why Sif is not optional, because you need this ring.
Is there anything else in here I need to get? It
Uh,
looks pretty open.
Nope,
I assume there
that's
isn't.
it. That's it. This is just a dead end.
You know
It's a
what? I'm
boss
just
fight.
going to pick that up because it's looking at me. And there's nothing there. Wow.
Retrieval!
Nothing.
Of nothing! Alright, so do you think we call this an episode?
Sure. Oh.
We
Whoa.
Sif. That's a good play, good
Wow.
shot to end it on. So we got the ring from Sif, and then next time we go into...
Don't look at me.
Oh wait, we didn't read Sif's soul.
Oh.
Soul of Sif, the great grey wolf who guards the grave of Artorias the Abysswalker. Special beings have special souls. Use the soul of Sif, who inherited the divine knight sword, to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a unique weapon. Or shield.
Wow! Or a shield, apparently. Shall we go
Yes.
make the shield first?
We can't, not yet.
Oh,
But
well, alright then.
once we get past Sen's Fortress, we can make the shield.
Sick. That's right. Okay, great. Sounds good.
So
well,
next time, Sen's Fortress!
Oh. See you
Goodbye
then.
for now.
Bye. Suspicious. Are you a special rock? The answer to that is no.